Kenya is set to play a major role in the maritime sector following the launch of the Kenya Shipyards Limited (KSL). The Kenya Shipyards Limited was born out of the need for a maritime facility that can be able to repair, maintain, refit, construct ships and provide other maritime services.
The Navy, as it were at that moment, used to dock their ships, but it was not done in a flexible manner because of the serviceability of the current facility that they had then. That is what necessitated the procurement of a facility that would allow flexible docking. In the process, it was established that what was procured had a surplus capacity which could be used to serve other government ministries, departments and agencies. And this proposal was forwarded to the Cabinet for consideration. It was favorably considered and hence Kenya Shipyards Limited was birthed. Number one, to provide for the specialized security requirements of the Kenya Navy, but also to provide for other government, department, ministries and agencies. Again, beyond providing for the security requirements, Kenya Shipyards Limited would also provide for the regional and international markets.
The Kenya Shipyards Limited is a state corporation which was incorporated as a private limited company under the Companies Act on 29 September 2020.
The Kenya Shipyards Limited, as you know, the two shipyards, one in Mombasa and the other one in Kisumu, have a security component in them, in that the Kenya Shipyards Limited first mandate is to sustain our operational capability of the Kenya Navy, in the sense that previously, as you know, we used to take our ships to Netherlands for midlife refit, and therefore that obviously has a cost implication. So what has happened, therefore, is that we have decided to be able to do these ships ourselves in Kenya. That way, you shorten the lead time between the time that you send your ship and the time that you make it available to the commanders.
The Kenya Navy is a key enabler for the blue economy activities because we secure and ensure that the maritime space is secure for business. The maritime space is free of threats, and that we are able to provide, especially now with the 4,000-ton slipway, we will be able to roll out. This is one of the services that will enable other blue economy activities to flourish. And we believe that this is our contribution to that effect.
President Uhuru Kenyatta officially launched the company in Kisumu on 31st May 2021 and handed over the operationalization instruments to the Managing Director, Brigadier Paul Otieno.
The seal of the Kenya Shipyards Limited, then the flag.
The President also laid the keel for the construction of the 100-meter-long MV Uhuru 2 wagon vessel to complement MV Uhuru, which was refurbished by the Kenya Navy engineers in the year 2020. MV Uhuru 2 wagon vessel, which will be the first ship to be constructed at the Kisumu Shipyard in 70 years, has the capacity of carrying 24 wagons.
The Kisumu Shipyard branch of the Kenya Shipyards Limited is poised to serve institutional and private commercial shipbuilding interests within Lake Victoria.
In pursuit to Kenya's development agenda, construction of a new ultra-modern shipyard, 4,000-ton slipway, was launched at Mtongwe Navy Base in Mombasa.
We started out with the design, which was provided by the contractor, MS Damen. Once that was approved, a team from Damen arrived here on site, and they commenced to the clearance of the site.
At that time, there was actually nothing here. It looked, well, as bush and a beach, so it was not really, there was nothing here. We took the soil out of the mangrove to do the land winning, and after that, of course, we had some preparational works in form of foundation works for our site office, etc. So it was quite a big job.
And now that most of the land was reclaimed, and those were the areas where the structures would be standing, we had to reinforce the subsoil in order to be able to support the capacity in which we intend to operate within. And those piles are what will hold the weight of the structures and even the vessels once we bring them into the workshops.
The shipyard is an enclosed area of land where ships are built or repaired, while the slipway functions as a platform on which ships are secured and winched out of water into a working area for construction, repair, refitting and maintenance of sea vessels.
The slipway is comprised of 3 areas. It has the large parking building, which is 150 meters long, 30 meters wide, and also 30 meters high. It also has a small parking building, which is 120 meters long, 30 meters wide, and 20 meters high. The third area is the slipway. The slipway is also 150 meters long, and it extends all the way up to the ocean.
Described as the largest in East and Central Africa, the Mombasa Slipway is a major boost to maritime operations in the region, capable of building and repairing all types of ships including frigates, tankers, ferries, passenger ships, sea patrol vessels, among others.
The basic works of the shipyard are the docking and launching of vessels. So you're docking vessels that have already been constructed and require maintenance, repair, and maybe refits.
The slipway can handle vessels with a capacity of 4,000 tons and 150 meters long.
When a ship needs to be dry docked in this facility, it will be slipped from the ocean on top of cradles and pulled by power winches and taken to either of the large parking or small parking buildings to be either repaired, refit, or converted.
The facility at this yard contains all production areas necessary to successfully carry out a wide range of projects using all the latest technology available.
For example, electric, radio and radar workshops. We'll also have hull and superstructure workshops. We will also have shipwright, fittings and carpentry workshop. Last but not least, we will have marine and general engineering workshops.
Notably is the ship refit. This involves repair, fixes, mends and upgrades to increase performance or capability through the use of new equipment utilizing the latest technology.
The Kenya Shipyards Limited is supposed to take care of the ministries, departments and agencies in terms of their maritime requirements. So right now we are doing framework agreements with them to scope their requirements so that we can provide for it in the manner in which is desirable, both in terms of quality, both in terms of standards and both in terms of costs.
The Mombasa Shipyard project is a part of the manufacturing pillar of the Big Four agenda and an important component in harnessing the blue economy by improving shipping and maritime infrastructure.
The Kenya Shipyards Limited will catalyze shipbuilding and technology transfer, and we shall provide an opportunity for the improvement of our metalwork operations, fitting out areas, hull design, assembly and production, slipways, dockyards, propulsion, navigation technology, vessel superstructure, which will set our standard for advancement in the global shipbuilding industry.
Once the yard is fully functional, direct employment would go to between 2,000 to 3,000 for one yard, the one in Kisumu. The one in Mombasa may go to between 3,000 to 4,000.
Backed by a robust operational excellence, the Mombasa Shipyard will innovate and leverage new technologies to deliver projects on time, on budget, safely, reliably, and to the highest quality.
Our mission, in principle, is to provide world-class. It means quality that you have internationally, provided locally in 4 main areas. Construction of ships, like what we are doing right now, refit and repair of ships. The third aspect is the normal repair and maintenance, which pertains to breakdown of plant maintenance. And lastly is what we call civil and modular construction.
Apart from providing new jobs, a national shipbuilding strategy has many multiplier impacts, such as linkages to supply ecosystem, mostly small and medium enterprises subcontracted to provide materials for use in the shipyards.
Shipbuilding as an industry is an assembly industry. So you have manufacturers bring in equipments, machineries, steel is being provided, and the yard just basically assembles them. When the shipyard is up and running, they will be requiring the requirement for other services like hospitality, housing and accommodation, amongst others.
Technology transfer through partnerships with established global vessel makers is another benefit. Kenya Shipyards Limited has partnered with Damian, a global company renowned to provide reliable maritime solutions.
Damian has a worldwide visibility of the requirements of shipbuilding and we have partnered with them. So we are going to be visible in their very big network, which is now global. So we'll also be seen as a slot in terms of shipbuilding.
It has been especially very beneficial having the presence of the contractor MS Damen. The expatriates have been very resourceful and willing to share their knowledge and skills and also engage us with their technologies in order to facilitate the transfer of skills and capabilities from them and to our personnel.
Availability of skilled and relatively affordable but well-trained local manpower will also attract investors into the sector, given that ship construction is highly competitive. Kenya, being the main shipping logistics hub of Eastern and Central Africa, gives it a competitive edge in shipbuilding and maritime engineering within the region.
The center of gravity of the Kenya Coast Guard Service is actually our platforms, the boats and ships. For boats and ships, looking at it that we are a technical service, it means that we require an efficient way of maintaining them. For Kenya Shipyard Limited, it comes very handy in terms of design, structure and proximity to us. They are very important in terms that we will be able to maintain our platforms in the right way and within the budget we already have. That becomes very important for us.
The closest you could be finding serious facilities for repair of average-sized ships. The region is right down south, that's South Africa, and as a result, what has been existing as a single private sector ship repair facilities has been very constrained. With the coming in of the shipyard, this is actually a big blessing, especially in the south of the Sahara, because it means its region, Mombasa and South Africa, the major facilities for this, which is a major boost for such services, ship repairs, not only for Kenya, but also in the whole of the Indian Ocean and the islands.
We have 5 naval architects that we train abroad in UK, and they have been in our offices. So having a building facility that builds ships with us here will be a very good opportunity to interact with them, to build their experience, their capacities. So having those facilities to do the building and the naval architects to come in is also opening up the space for us to begin to interact with the waters. That's why we look forward to.
Maritime transportation is the predominant mode of movement of cargo globally. In an increasingly globalized trade arena, shipping is critical to a country's competitive advantage.
Good quality, cost-effective, promptly delivered, and within reach.
Driven by innovation and capable people with the can-do spirit, Kenya Shipyards Limited strives to become a builder of distinction in every aspect of business. Our journey to become the leading shipyard in the region has not been easy, but our unwavering drive and positive thinking has seen the Kenya Shipyards Limited redefine modern shipbuilding. Our passion is in fulfilling our client needs. Our vision is to be the leading catalyst of development of shipbuilding industry in Eastern Africa.